Hi, this is Anna, and welcome back to my channel, Real Raw Rentals. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over my financial update for quarter one of 2022. I've updated my spreadsheets a little bit, so hopefully visually they're a little easier to understand. And let's get started with January of 2022 for my first property. The only thing I have from January is the withdrawal of my mortgage payment, and that's because my tenants were behind on rent. So while they did end up paying their January rent, it wasn't until very late in the month and didn't end up getting into my account until February. So we'll see that when we get to February. For property number 2, I have my rent, which is $1,000 a month, $70 for property management fees, and then I had to pay $50 of tax for the subdivision that this property is located in. So that left me with a net profit of $880. In terms of property number 3, I paid the 2021 property taxes of $764.94. I paid utilities $89.88. I got my January rent of $1,250 and paid property management fees 10% of the rent, which is $125. Now, just to be clear, these dates that I have are the dates that they showed up in my account. So the rent for this property was paid on time. It's just my property management companies pay me in the middle of the month, even if they get the rent on time. So that's why it says the 14th. That leaves this property with an overall profit of $270.18 for the month. Now, in terms of non-property specific deposits and withdrawals, I made a personal contribution of $438.39. That was money that I was able to save from my regular job and deposit into this account. So if we look overall, I had a starting balance of negative $11,359.75. Property number 1, I lost $769.46 for the month. Property number 2, my profit was $880. Property number 3, $270.18, and a non-property specific deposit of $438.39. That leaves me with a net profit of $819.11. That brings my ending balance to negative $10,540.64 for the month of January. Now moving on to February, there was a lot more going on for property number 1 in February. First of all, I got my January rent deposit into my account. I paid property management fees on that. There was also some issues with some lighting wires that had to be repaired, and that cost $155.25. There was an annual home inspection done, which cost $51.32. I paid my February mortgage payment, which cost $769.46. And I had $50 of yearly rental fee that the city charges to legally use your home as a rental. And then lastly, the tenant was still behind in paying rent, so they paid $75 of their February rent, of which I paid 10% property management fee for that. But they didn't end up paying the second part of their February rent until March, so we'll see that in March. So overall, this leaves me with a net profit for property 1 in February of $251.97. For property number 2, I have rent of $1,000 plus a $50 late fee for the previous months. Then we subtract $70 of my property management fees and another $25 that I received for the late payment for February. So that left me with a net profit of $1,005 for my property number 2. For property number 3, I got my February rent and property management fees as usual. I got the payback of the utility bill that I paid the previous month, so that was payback of $89.88. And then I got a refund of my insurance that I overpaid, and so I got a refund of $55.10 from that. That left me with a net profit for property number 3 of $1,269.98. I didn't have any non-property specific expenses or income this month, and I did not make a personal contribution in February. So overall, I started out with negative $10,540.64, and with the profit that I got from property 1, 2, and 3, that left me with a net profit of $2,526.95, and that left me with an ending balance in my account of $8,013.69. Lastly, moving on to March. For property number 1, I received the second portion of my February rent payment and paid the appropriate property management fees on that. I had my mortgage payment due for March, and then I got March's rent income of the typical $1,345. The property management fees, as usual, are 10% of that, And then I had to pay an additional $339.25 for some repairs. They were trying to figure out where some leaks were coming from, trying to figure out if it was a drainage issue, and they ended up having to do a couple more repairs on this issue, but those happened in April, so those don't show up here. So overall, that left me with a net profit from March of $1,244.79. For property number 2, I got a partial payment of March's rent of $826. Property management fees were $70, and I had to pay my yearly insurance of $730. So overall, that left me with a net profit of $26 for March. For property number 3, I got my typical rent and property management fees, and then I got a payback of utility bill that I had previously paid. So that left me with a net profit of $1,206.71. In terms of non-property specific income and expenses, I was able to make a personal contribution of $221.01. So my overview for March was starting off the month with negative $8,013.69. During the month, I gained a total profit of $2,698.51, which left me with an ending balance of negative $5,315.18. So that's my update for the first quarter of 2022. So coming up, as you just saw, I currently owe $5,315.18, and I'm really looking forward to turning my balance positive. So luckily, I know in April I will be able to do that based off of tax refunds that I got. However, I'm also looking into prepaying some things, which I will get to in a previous video, so that might counteract my goal of becoming positive, but we'll see how that goes in quarter 2. And my next video that I'll be releasing is an update of owning property number 2 for 1 year. So figuring out what my cash on cash return is and a bunch of other metrics that real estate investors look at. And lastly, I never made a video in terms of my overall goals for 2022, so I figured I'd just add those on to the end of this. My goal is to purchase 1 more property. I know that doesn't seem terribly ambitious, but given that I currently have a negative balance, I need to save up for a little bit before I'm able to go out and purchase one. So I'm hoping to be able to start seriously looking for properties in August or September. For those of you who watched my 2021 update, I was able to make an average income of $500 per month from my properties. My goal is to increase that to $600 per month. Again, that probably doesn't seem like a huge difference, especially if I'm able to get another property, and given the fact that I will now have 3 properties for the full year, whereas in 2021 I only had 1 property for the full 12 months. However, in 2021 I didn't have to pay any mortgage or loan payment for property number 3, and the property that I'm hoping to purchase this year won't happen towards the end of the year, so it theoretically won't do a ton in terms of adding to my monthly average. So that's all I have. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to get more videos like this in your feed in the future. Thank you.